Chicago and do deals for me. I just liked it, man. So one day I was sitting up, man. I was watching Godfather, and I was watching my favorite movie, man. And Tom is the consigliere or whatever that name is for the family, right? But he's not Italian, and he's not a made man or nothing. But he cut the deals for the Godfather.
Perfect. Thank you,
And
bro.
I was sitting up really watching that movie, one of my favorite
Good
movies.
morning,
I said,
good morning,
"Man,
good morning, everybody.
I need
Good morning
a
to you all.
somebody just cut my deals." So Brandon Williams, some years ago, we hooked up, and I just approached him one day. I said, "Man, you ever thought about doing something else?" And he said, "No, I'm really good where I am. But that's cause, you in the system too, bro. So just let me talk to you for a little bit." And we talked about it. I said, "Man, I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna travel the world, man. I'm finna be global. I'm gonna take my brand and spread it across the world. I ain't gonna just sit here on United States TV. I want to go be global." I said, "Man, we can travel, we can do this." And he said, and then he went home and talked to his wife. And like we often joke about how much smarter our wives are than us. And y'all don't get to see them in the background, but them women, man, because they know who they really are. She said, it's a no-brainer. And he had a conversation with his mom, who's a lawyer. And next thing you know, he came back and we formed a relationship. And it took me some while.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. This is episode number 157. If y'all can do me a favor real quick, I'm actually in a space where I typically don't record. So I'm sorry about the extended noise maybe in the background, but on Thursday, we will be back. But there's so much stuff happening right now in crypto. There's no way in hell I could miss this. You know what I mean? I couldn't even take the day off. Like I was like, man, it was either Starbucks, so I come over here to the Rice Center here in Atlanta, which is the Black Entrepreneurship Center here in Atlanta. So I decided to just come over here so I can be in this energy and in the synergy. And you just never know who you meet when you come pop up random places. You know what I mean? So I am believing that today is not just about me being not in the original studio, but I also want to say that I feel like it's a day that I'm gonna meet somebody who's going to help push Coffee and Crypto to the next level. Is going to help us, get out there a little more here in the city of Atlanta. And I'm so grateful for that. So with that being said, we got to definitely take positivity out of every single thing that's going on, whether it's traditional or not. You know what I mean? So I knew that y'all would still show up. The one thing I knew was I was like, you know what? Even if I don't show up, I can at least turn a link on. I know people will show up. So I'm just grateful that that the family and the team is here. We're now 2 minutes past the hour. And with that being said, we will get started in the next few minutes. Crypto nerds, if y'all could do me a favor and just go drop this link, if you are in a space that you can, drop this link and let somebody know inside of the nerds chat that we are here. I've done my due diligence of dropping the link inside the nerds chat. Good morning. Done my due diligence. So if you all can do that as well. And if you're inside of the Coffee and Crypto chat, which is our private Discord group, please make sure that you do the same and go drop this link inside of there as well. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're going to listen to Steve Harvey for a couple of more minutes as we get it rolling. And if you all wouldn't mind letting me know, because I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi service here as well. I think it's great. I think it's top tier. But if I start to break up, if I'm cutting out, if y'all can't hear the video, make sure you use the chat box. I will be paying attention to the chat box during this call, but let's get back to some personal development. If you're tuning in on YouTube and Twitter, welcome to the call. Hopefully, if this is your first time, you enjoy it and you come back, and this won't be your last time. So with that being said, let's get back to this audio and we'll get started in the next 2 minutes because we got so much stuff to cover today. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto.
Get out of some of the contracts I was in. But after a while, as contracts was ending, I got rid of the lawyer. I said, "Hey, man, you read that paperwork and tell me what it says." Because the only section I can really understand is compensation. Once you type in the word wince, I get lost because I don't know how to. Now I'm reading the Bible. Wince furthermore. That's why my Bible is the New Living Translation, because I need just regular English words, man. Because once you say furthermore, wince, hence after, I'm out. So I got him, and then slowly but surely over the years, as contracts would expire, I would take the lawyer out of this, take the lawyer out of that. And then I got smarter, and I said, I don't really need an agent. I got some agents that do IMG does some stuff, like we in partnership with Miss Universe and stuff, and that's a whole nother story. But we in business with some stuff, and I'll allow you to package the deal for me, but that's between you and the network. But as far as now, in my life now, nobody. Ain't nobody getting 10, ain't nobody getting 5. I found a way to just keep them out. And that ain't bad business, man. Why would I? Yeah. You're not doing nothing. I'm the one got to put these suits on and turn these corners and create these jokes and solve these problems and be entertained, and not you, man. So it was a really blessing from God, man. He taught me that side of the business, and it's brought a lot more of the money to my side of the table.
And so when you do things like that, it obviously allows you to pay more to the people that you have. Why do you think that more people in Hollywood, the beast of Hollywood, are not taking that approach?
Well, I just think, man, you get caught up in the system and it's comfortable and it's easy.
All right, let's get this call started. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, episode number 157. Y'all, we are definitely live right now. And look, it's nothing that's stopping us. Nothing can stop us from getting to the next level. Welcome to the call, y'all. As y'all can see, I got a different background today, excuse me, not tonight. Got a different background. I couldn't get rid of this light, so I'm sorry about the crazy light. Typically, y'all know how it is when I'm in my studio. It's much better light. But we here today, you know what I mean? No way in hell am I missing this call with Bitcoin rallying the way that it's rallying right now. There's no way that we could miss this call. I was going to do the call from my car. That's how dedicated. When we talk about obsessed, I was going to do it if I didn't have a place to shoot, I was going to shoot it directly from my car, because at the end of the day, it ain't about the way it looked. It's about the quality of the information. And today I found some gems, and we usually run the audio to about 10:10 to give a lot of people time to hop on, but we don't even got that time today. We don't even have that luxury today with as much information and much stuff is happening in our dear cryptocurrency market. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into today's call. So the very first thing that we see is coin market cap. And, we had to cover coin market cap, family. Right now, the crypto market is at $1.54 trillion. We've seen Bitcoin rally over the last 7 days, 12%. And it really ain't even been 7 days. It's been like the last couple of days, like 2 days. But based off of coin market cap, we're looking at a 12.58% 7-day percent. With Ethereum, we're up 8% on Ethereum at $2,213. And in XRP, y'all already know, we've been moving sideways with our favorite asset, but we're still holding the number 5 position. So at the end of the day, it's a movie. You know what I mean? Like, we're really winning out here because we could have went down. There's certain digital assets that went down, you know what I mean? And we can go take a look at it. But if you're still holding, the number 9 token Dogecoin, congratulations, you're up 12%. And I know that we said that this next bull run is a utility bull run, but I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. I don't think this next bull run is the real utility bull run. I think it's still speculation inside of the crypto market, right? It's a whole lot of speculation happening right now. And what kind of gets me excited right now that we are getting into a space where the educated, the masses that are actually educated, not the classes that are not educated on the space, is very, very simple. When you look at the fear and greed index, which is market sentiment, when we take a look at this fear and greed index on CoinMarketCap, we can see that we're at a 79 greed level, y'all. And we know, and I know y'all remember a couple of months back, we were down here in the orange and the red. Now we're in the green, right? So we know that we buy the fear and sell the greed. So if you're brand new to investing and you're catching on YouTube, most of the people on Zoom, I already know, y'all been here for a while, y'all should know this, right? A lot of people should know, but for the people, I'm talking to the people that's on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram who may just be getting caught on to this, right? I want to give you rule number 1 as an investor, right? At least for me: buy the fear, sell the greed, right? So if we're in a greedy season right now, 'tis the season, and we talked about this, November historically is a great month for stocks. It's a great month for indexes. It's a great month for crypto. November has historically been the great month. And November, the November before the election phase starts, and then the November before the Bitcoin halving is always extremely bullish. If you go back on history, history and look at the charts. We're not going to pull up any any of that. We're not going to look at that. But if you all understand TA, you should be able to go back and take a look at some of these things and look at each bull run and how people prepared for each bull run. And we have to understand that each bull run has a purpose, right? What is the purpose of this next bull run? This next bull run's purpose is to issue in the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital assets, cryptocurrency ETFs. So understanding that these ETFs are about to take off, right? And we're already at 79. We're already at 79, and we haven't even seen the ETF actually happen. So the fact that we're at a 79, that means that when you start seeing, and we're going to see this today, but when you start seeing CNBC and Bloomberg and all these major news networks start to talk about this Bitcoin finally taking off, they're pushing out this information because they know that the masses watch the news. They know that most people watch the news, and that's how they make their decisions. So now you see all of your friends, all of your family, everybody saying, oh my God, I need to get into Bitcoin. Oh my God, I need to get into Ethereum. Oh my God, I need to get into these assets. Okay, understand that your friends is your exit signal. And I know that sounds messed up, but your friends and family, when they start talking about Bitcoin, when they start talking about Ethereum, that's when we should be looking at how can we start to, we need to start looking at an exit plan. So what does that exit plan look like, right? Well, I don't give financial advice on coffee and crypto. So I would recommend that you do your research and try to figure out an exit plan. I'm about to start up my exit plan consulting. So if you need to establish an exit plan, I've been through a bull run before, and I'm gonna be honest with you all. Most people that was in the last bull run that we experienced during COVID, there's some specific things that we wish we knew, right? There's some things that we wish we knew that we just don't know, right? And you had to go through these experiences to learn them. I'm gonna be completely transparent, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with each and every single one of y'all, right? If you end up in a space, right, and just hear me out, if you end up in a space where you don't have an exit plan this bull run, this is not the bull run not to have an exit plan. This is not a bull run to not know how to utilize stable coins properly. This is not a bull run because people talk about dollar cost averaging, but there's a two-way street. Nothing in life is one-sided. There's nothing that's one-sided. Everything has double sides, all the way down to the smallest molecule. A molecule even has multiple different sides to it. It's not just a one-sided thing, right? So understand this, family, that if you don't learn how to dollar cost average in to the market, but most importantly, if you don't learn how to dollar cost average out of the market. See, I don't know if y'all ever really thought about it that way, but people don't explain exit strategies and exit plans properly. They only talk about, when it comes to dollar cost averaging, they only talk about the front end. But what about the back end, right? Because that's where the confidence, see, as an influencer, as an investor, as a strategist, as a consultant, you got to talk to people about the hard part. And the hard part is not putting in. The hard part is taking your money out, because you really don't take it out. But then you're like, man, I want to take it out, but I don't. So you're going to battle with this. So you need to have a percentage of the assets that you feel good with transitioning over. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm giving you all some of the advice that I do. We'll talk more about this in the future, but going into January, I will be taking some more private students, and this next phase of our private of the mentorship that we'll be doing is not focused on putting your money into crypto. We'll still have that plan as well, right? Because we have to always have a dollar cost averaging strategy in, but we're going to focus heavily in 2024 on making sure you understand as an individual investor how to win with dollar cost averaging out. If that sounds good to you all, if you all are excited, and if that's something that maybe you'd be interested in, drop some coffee in the chat box, drop some coffee on YouTube, drop some coffee on Twitter as well. Okay. But with that being said, let's dive into today's show. So, all right, cool. I got y'all. Shout out to everybody on the call, man. I really appreciate y'all for always showing up. Y'all are really the reason why I get excited. I was like, man, I can't let them down today. I was like, I know I ain't got my studio just for the day, but I can't let them down. I was like, I got to find a place. And if I can keep it real with y'all, I ain't even supposed to be in here right now. I snuck in. All these people looking at me crazy because I'm sitting in the middle of this place and I'm recording. So at any point, somebody can tell me I gotta go. So if y'all see me, start to talk across the way, it's because they told me I had to go. But I shall not be moved. So with that being said, welcome to episode number 157, because it's about to go down. I'm completely obsessed, y'all. I'm a little manic with this stuff. I feel like I've become a maniac with crypto. So it is what it is, right? I'm standing on business. That's exactly what I'm gonna tell them. I'm like, I'm standing on business right now. I should not be moved. I'm standing on business. You're gonna have to wait till I'm done. You got to call the police. And by the time Atlanta police get here, I'm gonna be long gone, because they don't look good. Because if ain't nobody in a threat, they is not pulling up for 2 hours. I'm telling you right now, somebody can hit you on the street. Atlanta is not coming. Is anybody else city operating that way these days? Like, anybody experience that? Like, you get into a wreck, or somebody, you need the police, you need these public servants, and they always like in Atlanta. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I know we kind of getting off of crypto, but I just had something to come to my mind. So, this everything about crypto, but this is life, right? So I was out one time, I had an issue, and I called the police, and that bad boy went to voicemail. They said, leave a message and we'll get back to us. I said, yo, I was like, yo, what's going on out here? Like they literally had me leave a message, y'all. No cap, Miss Lavon. I swear to God, Lavon, like I was appalled. I was like, ain't no way. I just got the answering machine. And this was one of them old answering machines. Like, they not even leveraging AI. So maybe we need to go over to the police precinct too and talk to them about emerging technologies. But anyway, let's dive into this show. All right, let's dive into the show. So we looked at the price of gold. So I want y'all to see something. Traditionally, Bitcoin has followed certain things like the US dollar and the price of stock market, right? And so if you all pay attention right here, there's an inverse relationship between gold and Bitcoin directly. If you all look, gold faked out a lot of people. I prayed for Peter Schiff, or however you pronounce his name. I prayed for Peter Schiff because he's the gold man, right? And I know he was on Twitter going crazy, like, yo, we're rallying right now. Gold is going up. And gold hit this like 2150 level, and that bad boy shot back down. But you know what didn't? You know what kept going up? Well, let me show you what kept going up. The total crypto market kept going up, right? And so I told you all that the $1.5 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency was a very, very special market. And if you all pay attention, we're now developing where if this candle, right, 42 minutes left on this 4-hour candle, if this 4-hour candle does not break above this high right here, this 1.52 level for total crypto market cap, that would be, there's a couple of things I see here. And so I'm gonna show y'all what I see, right? Because I am a trader as well, and I love investing, and I love looking at the charts, and and this is something I don't really share a whole lot, right? Like, I don't share a whole lot on the show, my ability to trade, right? And so there's some things that I see. The first thing I see is a triple top. I see a triple top forming, and we know when you see a triple top, that's not good for immediate bearish momentum. Like, we know that for a fact. That's investing one-on-one. Now, something that I see that maybe you don't see, all right, but I risk everything on this right here, right? I see a couple of things. I see this right here forming, right? I see a left shoulder, I see a head, and I also see, right, I see a right shoulder, right? Now, y'all know, if y'all been following the head and shoulders for a while, I mean, like, I use my imagination in investing. I don't know about y'all, but imagination is one of the most important things. And they say imagination is the workshop of the mind. So I always try to use it, right? So what I imagine right now, I imagine this. I imagine a potential head and shoulder where we'll drop back below the 1.39, because you got to understand something. Pay attention, y'all. This crypto market has been going up since $1 trillion. Y'all see it? It's been going up excessively. There has not been any healthy pullbacks to the downside. So do not fret if you see a healthy pullback from 1.5 to 1.25, because that would be about a halfway position. How do I know? Because if I go from 1 trillion to 1.5, and you can do the math, right? If I go from 1 trillion to 1.5, as y'all can see, that's a 50% retracement back on the Fibonacci. So if I'm looking at the Fibonacci and I'm really understanding market analysis and what's happening with the total crypto market, we've had a super bullish move from 1 to 1.5. That's halfway between 1 and 2. So we know for a fact, what's up? Good morning. So we know for a fact that if that bad boy comes down to the 0.5 level, then we could see a right shoulder sell-off at 1.39 right here. So you bet your bottom dollar, okay? You can bet your bottom dollar that we'll see a healthy retracement in the cryptocurrency markets. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I don't know how much value or what you could take from that information to put yourself in a position. But again, you all, that's what I see with the total crypto market. Now, every asset has its own way of moving, right? So again, y'all, I'm not talking about the Bitcoin and XRP and ETH and Litecoin and whatever else, right? But I'm talking about the overall market. Now, we must move past technical analysis and jump into some other stuff here. So the first video that I want to show you all, and I need you all to listen up, is first off, all right, and I'm gonna come up here before we play the video. Understand something, y'all. The cryptocurrency market is brand new. Bitcoin was founded in 2009, right? It got on market in 2010. You couldn't even buy it in 2010 from a crypto exchange. You had to do some black market crazy stuff back in the day to get it. So understand that crypto exchanges and the easiness and capabilities of being able to purchase Bitcoin itself, family, has not been around for that long. It's only been like 13 years. All right. It's been like 13 years since we've been able to invest, going on 14 years. So understand that that's still brand new. We haven't even hit the 20-year point of Bitcoin alone. Right? We haven't even hit that point. So I'm gonna play this video so that you all understand where I'm coming from, because the technology is just so new. And by the time people feel comfortable with investing in the Bitcoin, Bitcoin, by the time people feel comfortable investing into digital assets, period, and getting into tokenization of real world assets, it'll be far beyond the scale, like their reach. They'll still be able to do it, but there won't be life-changing money in cryptocurrency after 2030. There won't be any life-changing money. We're making that right now. We're creating that right now. So I'm going to share this video with you all. This is my very first video. Sit back. I would tell you to grab your popcorn, but it's a little too early for that. So maybe grab yourself a Nutri-Grain bar and a cup of coffee. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get me nothing because I had to, I'm out of my usual space. But y'all take a sip of coffee for me. Let's get it.
Way you described the technology and asset classes. I mean, from the point of view of if the new asset class is crypto, it's still a relatively small asset class. You're talking about $1 trillion market cap if I observe basically what's in native crypto assets right now. Whereas capital markets and let's say fiat currency is somewhere in the order of 700 to 800 trillion. So is the opportunity here about new assets, or is it really about the technology addressing costs and efficiencies and potentially safety, given you're eliminating intermediaries potentially as well?
Seamus, you are right that cryptocurrencies is relatively small if you compare it with other established asset classes. But other asset classes started with a very small size as well 20, 30 years ago.
Indeed.
So I think you have to take it serious. And even some asset managers say it's not a known asset class at the moment. And I would confirm that. I agree with that. It's maybe not. It's not on the same level than equities or fixed income product, but it is completely different. You need your own models, you need an own infrastructure and things like that. And I think the features that differentiate cryptocurrencies from existing traditional asset classes, that is significant, and that is one of the reasons why we said at Union Investment, well, it has not the size of an asset class, and it has not the volume and the trading volume of an asset class, but it's so completely different that we just define it as the new asset class because we have to implement a new investment process. And I think that is the leading factor for us, new investment process, new asset class. And I think it will evolve, the volume will increase, and maybe in 5, 8, 10 years, there will be no discussion about that. If this is a separate asset class or something like that.
So we're just very early to the space, family. That's it. Point blank, period. We are early and we are here. And this was on Medico. And we have a lot of stuff to talk about Medico. Like, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but Medico has been everywhere recently. And Medico is acquired by Ripple on the back end. And people don't know that. People don't know Medico. People don't even know what Medico is, let alone that they're acquired by Ripple, but we do. And we see that they are tokenizing everything that they possibly can. They are literally tokenizing everything, y'all. They are literally tokenizing every single thing. And we're about to see it happen. We're about to see it happen full speed right in front of us. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you is this right here. Okay, now this guy, the Wolf of all streets, that's what he calls himself, the Wolf of all streets. He says that the stock market had positive returns in 83% of election years. 1940, 2000, and 2008 were the only 3 times that the trend was broken. 2024 is an election year. Will a recession finally hit in the most bullish year of the cycle? So pay attention. Every time there's election year, stock market is typically up, right? Typically up, except for when there are recession times. The 2008 recession, the 2000 recession, right? Hell, we had COVID happen, but they didn't. That wasn't a recession. They actually fueled money into the economy. They pumped a lot. They printed a lot of money, and they gave out all these stimulus checks and PPPs and everything else that you could imagine. So no, we were not in a bad time. We were not in a bad time then, right? 1940 was another time. That was back in the day, back in the great, like you know what I mean? I don't know if that was Great Depression. I couldn't tell you. I can't remember. 1940, we've covered that time, and I believe there was a huge depression and recession back then during those times. So understand that most of the time, election years are the years that the S&P 500 has positive returns. And also we've covered the fact that crypto follows election years as well, with the Bitcoin halving. So with us moving into it, family, I don't know, y'all. We might either be up for a very, very, very rude awakening this next election year, where everybody thinks, OMG, this thing's about to go up. And we might see a crazy black swan event, family. We might see this Bitcoin go as low as it possibly can. We may see every digital asset finally take the dip that we know that we was really waiting on, because I don't think a 30-cent XRP, a 40-cent XRP was the dip that we needed to push everybody out. So that all of the asset managers can get in at these lower prices. And because remember, y'all, this is not stocks where more stocks can be added, more shares can be added, right? These are digital assets where they have a certain amount that was ever made. They are immutable. They cannot be created. They like Bitcoin, there's 21 million of them. XRP, there's a certain amount of XRP, there's a certain amount of H bar that was created. So understand that if you look at Ripple alone, Ripple, the company in escrow, has a huge stake of XRP that they're holding, right? Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and all the other original founders hold a lot of it. And if you really take a look, a lot of the banks own a lot of it. So the rest of it is inside of our hands, right? The rest of it is inside of our hands, and they know they need it. So they're going to do whatever they can. This is a dog eat dog world. They will push this price back as low as they possibly can, push all of us out, liquidate as many people as they can. And guess what? Buy it all. Only the smart will survive. Only the strong will survive. So let's listen to the market sentiment on the news today.
Crypto reporter Mackenzie Segalo is here to break down the action. Mackenzie, there's never a shortage of maybe reasons or excuses why Bitcoin does what it does: risk appetites, interest rates, the regulation, possible ETF. What do you see driving it right now?
Hey, good morning, Mike. So as you said, Bitcoin had been testing that $40,000 level the last few days, finally breached $42,000 earlier this morning, trading up more than 5% in the last 24 hours. Meantime, Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, is back above $2,200. So a couple of things are happening here. For one, the market, as you mentioned, is expecting to finally see a rate cut in the coming year after recent comments from Fed Chair Powell last week. But really the big thing on everyone's mind are the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Traders are increasingly bullish that the SEC will approve one of those applications by the first quarter of 2024, potentially as early as mid-January. This would allow investors to buy into digital currency directly through the same mechanism that they already use to buy stocks and bond ETFs. So you've got top asset managers, including BlackRock, WisdomTree, and Invesco, that have filed applications with the SEC. And part of why this is so significant, Bernstein points out in a note today that these spot Bitcoin ETFs are really the largest pipe ever built between traditional financial markets and crypto financial markets. Mm-hmm. They're expecting that 10% of Bitcoin in supply, or around $300 billion, will ultimately be managed by these ETFs by 2028. Meanwhile, crypto-peg stocks also moving higher this morning. Digital asset exchange Coinbase up more than 6%, MicroStrategy more than 7%, and Bitcoin miner Marathon Digital up more than 9%. Also worth noting, Coinbase is that custody partner for a lot of these spot Bitcoin ETF applications. Their stock was up more than 60% in November, Mike. Back to you guys.
Okay, so understand something, right? CNBC or whatever that was, yeah, CNBC or CNN or whoever that was that gave us that information, right? We got to understand that these folks, they have a mission and they are paid off the same way that politicians are paid off. They're paid off by the elites. They are paid to give us the narrative that they want us to have on this, right? So the reason why, and this is for any of you, what do I call financial advisors, right? Any financial advisors on the call or that will hear this video, this is for you. The only reason why you don't issue people or advise people on crypto is because you can't get paid on it. You don't have a product to get paid on. So you don't have it. And they're not going to give you a product until it's too late, until it's positioned and they control it the way that they need to so that they make the money. So once you hear your understand something, once your financial advisor tells you, oh yeah, let's get some Bitcoin in your portfolio, that should be the day that it scares you. Why? Because you know you missed the entire ship. You missed the entire boat. You missed the whole rocket ship. You missed the whole purpose of the entire industry was to get in before they had financial products that they could sell you. Well, now they have them and they'll be issuing them very soon. That means that we have a few days left. Literally, it's December 5th. You have a few days left until Q1 of 2024 before the first Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF, goes live. Now, Kathy Wood, which we know is the founder of ARK Investment, we know she also is creating her own Bitcoin ETF, right? And she's in talks. She posted this on Twitter. She says the U.S. Space Force major urges Defense Department to adopt Bitcoin as an offset strategy. Laurie suggested that Bitcoin and its underlying proof of work technology could serve as a temporary tools in an offset strategy, potentially redefine the landscape of cyber warfare and defense 7 hours ago. Right. So now you're talking about the Space Force looking to adopt Bitcoin. Well, why are they looking to adopt Bitcoin? Well, I got a video for you real quick, right? Because y'all already know I'm the trend. Like I'm like a DJ. I'm like a DJ. I trend. I'm good. I got good transitions. You know what I mean? So let me transition for y'all real quick. This is from Ryan Zagone, and he literally says it on stage with all these other, I would say, nerds, that proof of work doesn't work, and it doesn't, and pay attention as to why.
Doesn't work. Proof of work doesn't work. It's Ryan, proof of work. Let me finish. Proof of work doesn't work.
Finish, please.
And in the early days of Bitcoin, there was a whole group of developers that broke off to create other assets, XRP being one of them, that doesn't use mining, that's cheaper from an energy perspective than Visa.
So look, check this out. You want to know why this guy over here, his posture, look at his leg cross. Look at, I mean, both of them all of them got their leg crossed, but just pay attention to his energy and pay attention to this guy's energy. And then she's sitting in the middle like, OMG, this is getting heated. And he's like, guys, I'm the moderator, chill, right? But these two over here, I'm going to tell you what they are. They're Bitcoin maxis. And Bitcoin maxis always has this posture, right? Pay attention to them.
And already scales to 1,500 transactions a second. A lot of these problems have already been solved. The challenge for adoption comes back to policy. The policy uncertainty around some of the assets has limited adoption, particularly here in the US. And I'm speaking from Ripple and XRP because we use that asset because it's a half a cent per payment. It's basically free. It scales and it's efficient. 1,500 transactions a second at nearly no energy burn. So we're at a point today where there are real solutions to all of these challenges that already exist. Policy has become the challenge. And we heard on the first panel that around centralization on China, and this is going to be a hard pill for Peter to swallow. But 80% of the mining power for Bitcoin is controlled by 6 mining pools, 5 of which are in China. Today, the policy certainty in the US exists for Bitcoin and Ethereum, despite the fact those are China-controlled platforms. So activity goes to those platforms. What we need to do from a policy perspective in the US is look at the places where there are uncertainty. And one place I'm speaking directly for me here is XRP, where it looks like Bitcoin, it's decentralized, it's open source. We have 7% of the validation power on that, rather small in there. Grouping or giving clarity to those ones that are very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, that have the same characteristics and should be classified the same way. And then we're creating a level playing field across all the cryptos. I'm not anti-Bitcoin or anti-Ethereum by any means. I think there's a lot of great potential and breakthrough there. But we need to have a level playing field so the market can pick which ones they want to use and not be, as today they are, hindered by regulatory uncertainty.
So that's what we call fairness, right? Check this out. The thing that he said that was most pivotal is the market should be able to choose. There should be a choice as to, I would rather use this one. I'd rather use this technology over this technology. The same way that we choose, I'd rather use an iPhone over a Samsung. I'd rather use a Samsung over an LG phone. I'd rather use a Google phone over an Apple, right? We have choices, okay? There should be fairness in market. Yes, there is definitely fairness in market. There's something called monopolies, which is always going to happen. Okay, and that's still fair. Like I don't want 1,000 choices of phones. There's no way in hell I want to go and have 1,000 different distributors of phones. I don't want that. I'd rather there be 3 or 4 main distributors and they all make the different phones. I'd rather live in a world like that than there be 100 different cell phone companies that's creating all these different phones. That's too much. So yes, there is fairness. If you want to be a monopoly, get your shit together. Right. That's how I see it. Become a monopoly. Do what you got to do for your business. Right. However, there's no monopoly out there where there's only one company. There's nothing out there that there's just one. There's always a competition. So there can't just be Bitcoin. There can't just be Ethereum. There has to be other levels of competition for it to be fair in the monopolized world that we live in. Okay. So I don't say that we're not monopolized, because we definitely are. Now, I want to play this old video from Brad Garlinghouse and him talking about title management, because especially for my homeowners out there, and if you've been trying to wrap your mind around how blockchain can change the way that home ownership is done.
I think it applies to government services. I met today with the prime minister of a country, and they're very excited about using blockchain for land registry. Think about the title insurance business.
So inefficient.
Big intermediary, they take a lot of value. If we had blockchain-based title management of ownership of who owns which property, arguably title insurance would change dramatically. That's a big industry to think about, again, for YPRs to think out into the horizon about what these technologies mean. And frankly, It's one of the reasons why I compare blockchain to the early days of the internet. I had the good fortune of coming out of business school in '97 as the internet was kind of, as we know it today, being birthed. Remember, 2001, 2002 was a really difficult, dark time in the internet space. I think the same thing applies in the blockchain world. You're seeing the birth of an industry I think is going to have broad implications beyond just cross-border payments. And yes, you're going to see crypto winters as we're experiencing. But don't forget, Amazon almost went out of business in 2001.
It's true.
So remember, it's true. But remember this, Brad Garlinghouse used to work for AOL in a leading position at AOL, right? So we're not dealing with someone who ain't never been in this space before, right? And I want to point something out to y'all. Shout out to Brad. But if y'all pay attention, this company that did this video was called YPO, right? And he was interviewed by YPO. What is YPO? YPO is it's the young, I think what is YP? I can't remember what it stands for. Give me 2 seconds and I can tell you. But YPO stands for damn, I know it's a huge leadership why is it so hard to find what it stands for? This shouldn't be this hard. Hold on 1 second. Why is this not, am I looking over it, y'all? Maybe I'm tripping. Anyway, YPO is a huge membership for basically like the top CEOs of these Fortune companies, right? And I was like, man, I'm about to sign up. And last night, I thought in my head, I was like, I'm about to apply. And then I went down and I looked at the requirements. And so I want y'all to see the requirements to even become, I guess you can't do it there. Let me see, membership requirements. There it is. So criteria number one, you got to be under the age of 45. 2, you got to be the president, CEO, chairperson, managing director, partner, something. Number 3, you got to have 50 full-time employees or something else, or 15 plus full-time employees, and then a minimum of $2.5 million in employee compensation, right? So understand something. This like YPO coming to talk to Brad Garlinghouse is not a coincidence, right? It's not a coincidence. And I went and did a little more digging, which I don't know if I have it up to show y'all, but Brad Garlinghouse has been talking with YPO for a while. So understand that with all these top executives under the age of 45 years old, that's a part of this elite membership family, understand that this is the future of tech. This is the future of business. And Brad Garlinghouse is doing a lot to motivate and inspire these people, right? So I just thought that was very interesting. And I wanted to share that because when I'm investing into a company, I'm looking for companies, right? I'm looking for companies that have CEOs like Brad Garlinghouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this quick video here.
The Federal Reserve has a strong interest in ensuring that any stablecoin offering operate within an appropriate federal prudential oversight framework.
But when are you going to move into stablecoins?
Yes.
When?
Yes. Look, I think the stablecoin market is fascinating. Will we do or say more than that? Not today.
The Federal Reserve has a strong interest in ensuring that any stablecoin offering operate within an appropriate federal prudential oversight framework.
Potentially statewide adoption of a global stablecoin, potentially a global currency governed only by the instance. Will receive
so they do not threaten financial stability or payment system integrity. We have also provided guidance to the banks that we supervise on how they should engage with their supervisors when considering use of these products.
You know, being a highly regulated institution that we are, like, we can't touch crypto or stable coins or anything like that. You know,
in terms of central bank digital currencies, we continue to speak to a broad range of stakeholders. Our research is currently focused on end-to-end system architecture, such as how ledgers that record ownership of and transactions in digital assets.
We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Are maintained, secure.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there, right? One of the key things that I was listening to was them talk about distributed ledger technology and the fact that a lot of us are so focused on, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this for a while, and I think it's time for me to say it. Bitcoin is like right now, Bitcoin is that like shining, that, you know, when they talk about the shining item, Bitcoin is like that shining dangling item, right? But I start to feel that XRP is as well. When it comes to distributed ledger technology, a lot of people focus on XRP. Like that's like for real, like out of all the DLT communities, XRP has the most powerful one. The same way that out of all of the proof of work communities, Bitcoin has the biggest one. So it starts to make me think about other technologies like Hedera Hashgraph. Not saying XRP is not going to skyrocket. We know it will. But there's other distributed ledgers out there that will be utilized, and we know HBAR. And this is why I did the HBAR masterclass on this past Sunday. I did the HBAR masterclass because I didn't do a XRP masterclass again. I did the HBAR one because I believe that there's another one that's hidden, and I believe HBAR has the potential. And I'm about to show you all today exactly what I'm talking about past this video. You're in for a treat on today's call. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the big announcement from Bank Social at the NAS conference. They're launching the first Web3 focused federally regulated financial institution. Pay attention.
We're incredibly excited today. We came out here at the TBC. We're at the summit with our great friends here at Mainstay Digital. We've been friends for a long time, and we are super excited because we announced yesterday the first federally regulated financial institution that's built for the Web3 space specifically. It's a financial institution. There's no magic happening. We are building everything with Web3 technologies at the core, and we're using Bank Social, our open banking platform, as the empowerment mechanism for the Web3 space. And so what this means is that for the first time, TradeFi and DeFi can harmoniously live together, and we remove all those choke points that have been the barriers for us to have true financial freedom and access for the unbanked, the underbanked, or even the people who are being kicked out of banks here recently with all the different happenings in the world. That's our goal. That's our focus. That's what we're doing here right now. We're so excited to be able to announce it here at the summit with the TBC, Mainstay Digital. We love you guys, and we will see you on the other side.
So that was the CEO of Bank Social, and Bank Social is a platform that's built on Hedera Hashgraph, right? HBAR. If you guys pay attention, MTech is another company that is built on Hedera Hashgraph, which they are the CBDC provider. Hedera Hashgraph just created something directly on their website, and I don't know if y'all do enough research, but if you had got my masterclass, you'd be more than freaking prepared for this. You'd be more than freaking prepared. I promise you. Look at this right here. Directly on their website, now available, Stablecoin Studio. Every institution, every country has been talking about these stable coins, right? And like Hedera Hashgraph has shifted their entire focus. Like the main thing on their website is stable coins. So if you're a bank, if you're an institution and you go to their website and the very first thing you see is Stablecoin Studio, these guys must be those guys. But again, y'all, that's just my mindset behind it, because you got companies like Bank Social, you got companies like all these things. However, I'm about to play this for y'all right here. I'm about to play this. Pay attention.
Hi, everyone. I'm Noel Atchison here on behalf of CoinDesk Studios at the Stellar Meridian event in Madrid. And I am here with Tori Sample, Senior Product Manager at the Stellar Development Foundation, and Julian Sawyer, Chief Executive Officer of Zodia Custody. Tori and Julian, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for
Now,
having
there's so much to talk about. I want to talk about the Stellar platform and some of the changes. But Julian, first, for our viewers who aren't familiar, could you give us some background on Zodia Custody, its origins and
Pay
its
attention.
focus?
Yes, of course. We were founded by Standard Chartered Bank and their ventures arm in 2000
They were founded by Standard Chartered Bank. Pay attention.
on the premise of segregation between exchange and custody. So we are a standalone custodian offering institutional grade custody services. We're based in the UK, though we have just opened in Singapore, and we're also in the EU as well.
That's fascinating. What kind of difference do you find between the different jurisdictions?
I think the jurisdictions that we're in are those that have got a roadmap of crypto adoption. And so we are very careful about where we go and that market. But I think what we're seeing is in the more developed markets, a more alignment into how crypto custody is managed, consistency and alignment. And that's what we are hoping will continue within the marketplace.
Ideal. It's really encouraging to hear for such a global concept. And, Tori.
All right. So now that was the CEO of Zodia Custody. Remember, I believe that 2024 is the year of custody. Like, it's the year of custodianship. It's the year that we become great custodians. You cannot be a great investor if you're not a great custodian, right? And so pay attention. Pay attention. Watch this, y'all. Standard Chartered Bank, which is the creator of Zodia Custody. Standard Chartered complete strategic investment in Ripple. This was back in 2016, right? Directly on their website. All right, I'm building up. That's how you let the beat build. Now watch this right here. Crypto custody without compromise. Zodia Custody is the institution first digital asset custodian. What are the three companies that supports and has invested? Standard Chartered, Northern Trust, and SBI. That right there should get y'all going crazy. That should get your mind. That should get your mind working. Now I want to show you something. Zodia Custody integrates its newly launched stablecoin studio on Hedera. Stop playing with me. The end. Stop playing. That's the end. Like period. I just showed y'all. I literally just showed you. Zodia Custody. Look, this just came out. Look, this just came out. Zodia Custody is now building their stable coins on Hedera for the stablecoin studio. They've integrated it. Now, also, Zodia Custody named as the first technical host of the Stellar disbursement platform. So you got Ripple, you got SBI, you got Hedera, and you got Stellar. I went on their website. There's no other crypto companies. Those are the only three that Zodia Custody has been talking about working with. And if that wasn't enough for you, let me go ahead and get you right. As of yesterday, Zodia Custody integrates on the Medico network. Stop playing. If we're not the richest people in the world, I don't know who. If we not, I'm gone. Exactly. I left. I literally almost left, but I had to come back from my computer. I couldn't leave that. I ain't rich yet. I ain't got the money just yet to just go buy another computer. So, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's gonna be episodes like when we get super rich and like we got an abundance of crypto and everything's staking. And like today alone, you earn like $1,000 off of like your staked cryptos. Like, I'm gonna just get up and leave the computer. Like I'm gonna just like them the type of episodes we're gonna have them just get up and walk away, and everybody's just gonna just like we all gonna have to walk away from it. Like wherever your computer, like your phone, just leave it and just go to the store and buy another one, right? Because we've honestly we have blown the roof off of this mother sucker. We have done it. We have done it. The integration enables institutions to access Zodia Custody's bank-grade custody solutions through Medico. Who is Medico? Medico is Ripple. Need I say more? Need I say more? And I got a couple of more things. I do got to get up out of here because I got a haircut right around the corner. Literally, I can run there right now. So I don't got to go too crazy, but I do got to finish this up for us. All right. Now, this came out from CoinDesk. Investment firm, this firm right here, ABRDN. Now, I got a gift. I have a special gift, and you guys got a few seconds, like literally 30 seconds to type it. What is ABRDN and why are they special? ABRDN, Aberdeen. Why are they special? Who are they partnered with? Can somebody let me know? Does anybody out there know? You guys got like 15 more seconds. I got a special gift for you. If you can let me know. Nope. Definitely not Ripple. Definitely not Ripple. All right. Y'all just out here naming stuff. Like people just be typing stuff. Hey, I'm gonna go with Brian. I think Brian really knew it because Brian was on the master class. See, if you was on the master class, you would know. You know, we covered this like we ain't never covered nothing else. See, Aberdeen is a governing council member of Hedera Hashgraph, if you didn't know. So check this out. Investment firm Aberdeen and the UK regulated crypto exchange, this one ArchX, are taking tokenized investments in a money market fund to the next level. Vincent, what are you talking about? What does that even mean? Oh, let me show you. Aberdeen joins Hedera Hashgraph Governing Council back October 6th of last year. So this is one of their newer partnerships, right? Why is this important? Well, let me tell you. On June 8th, ArchX tokenizes investments in Aberdeen multi-billion-dollar market fund. They are bridging traditional instruments into crypto digital world. Building on the investment Aberdeen made into ArchX as a part of a $28.5 million Series A funding round last year. So Aberdeen has invested into ArchX, which, if you guys take a look at it, ArchX, okay, is a cryptocurrency exchange. They are on a race to tokenize traditional assets. They're doing it with the help of Aberdeen, which Aberdeen is a direct contributor to Hedera Hashgraph. So what platform, and so can Acquire say this, what platform do y'all think this race to tokenize these assets is going to be on, this money mutual market fund? What platform, can we say it together? What platform will they be building this on? There we go. Exactly. Hedera. 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 Need I say it again? I'm gonna say it one more time. Hedera. So I don't know. You know, I know that we really bullish on XRP, but I also think that we should be bullish on Hedera. And if that's not enough for you, let me finish you off real quick. Oh yeah, we heavy on Hedera today. See, Hedera is contributing to this thing called regenerative finance. And I was looking at this last night, and I was trying to do my research on, you know, what regenerative finance is, right? And you know what? What I'm gonna do is on Thursday, we're gonna cover that. We're not gonna cover that today. We're gonna talk about regenerative finance on the beginning of Thursday's call. So if, you know, I would say that this is a great reason to get on Thursday's call so that you can hear about this, because that video I was going to play is really good. And I got a lot of thoughts about regenerative finance and how we can also utilize this and make a killing in the future, y'all. These are all future investments, future bets that we're making as risk takers, as investors. So with that being said, I want to open up the line to anybody that has anything to say, because we are now at the top of the hour, and I think we did our damn thing today. You know what I mean? And I know we did our thing because my boy Universal, you got the shades on. He let me know that it's all cool. He let me know that today was all good. He let me know that we good, we cool today. You know what I mean? So he got the shades on, so I know I'm cool. So regardless of what y'all got to say, I know we good because Universal, you got the shades on. You know what I mean? So we just blocking our haters. Yeah, Sirski. But if anybody does have anything to say, though, feel free to raise your hand. And you can come on up. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, my little bro be little bro be active.
Yo, what up, man? I'm at work right now. I want to say thanks for, coming on today. I be looking forward to the calls every week and stuff. I did feel very informative today. But I had a question, not necessarily about what we was talking about, but more about like wallets and where to store. Because yesterday I was trying to transfer some crypto from my hard wallet on a ledger to like Coinbase, and it took damn near 12 hours. I damn near thought I lost $400 worth of crypto. I'm not even joking. Like, my girlfriend kept saying, oh, it's going to show up when you get to work. It's going to show up when you get to work. And it showed up 8 hours later. But my question for you is, where are you storing your crypto when you are making these investments for the future?
I have different wallets. So I obviously I have a ledger. Obviously I have, other hot wallets like Exodus and Trust and all those wallets. But where we have to get better in our holdings is understanding that every single blockchain has their own specific wallets as well. And each one of these wallets have their own superpowers that a ledger will never offer you. For instance, the Zum wallet for Ripple that's the XRP Ledger official wallet. That wallet allows for you to collect airdrops. So I be getting free money all the time to my Zum wallet. It allows you to be able to hold your XRP NFTs. It allows you to be able to also establish trust lines, and these trust lines are going to be your way to become your own self-sovereign bank. So that's why I tell people you got to have the Zum wallet. And that's why I talk about in the XRP masterclass, right? That's why I do these masterclasses, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. HBAR, same thing. There's a Hashpack wallet, right? That the Hashpack wallet is the official wallet of Hedera Hashgraph. If you know how to use the Hashpack wallet, you'd be staking it right now, earning a certain percent APY on your HBAR. You can also purchase NFTs. You can store your NFTs. They have an exchange feature on there where you can exchange your HBAR for another token within the ecosystem. Over on Stellar, you have Lobster Wallet, which is the wallet that's directly built from Stellar, where you can start to invest in the tokenized stocks and commodities and all these different things. You could purchase stocks that are going to be tokenized before they're even tokenized on. So there's like a bunch of other, like every single digital asset has its own wallet that developers created directly on their platform, on their layer one, that becomes kind of like a layer two that allows you to do all this. So this is why we say you want to like not just have a ledger. You don't want to just have but you want to be diversified in your wallets, and you want to make sure if you're gonna own some XRP, you got an XRP Ledger official wallet, so you can be your own bank. You got to have the Stellar wallet. You got to have the HBAR wallet. You got to have the wallet that's built for Quant. You got to have the wallet that they're building for XDC. You got to have all these things that are, and that's how you become interoperable as well. Yes, sir.
I gotta clap up for that, man. You know what, man? Thank you, because you want to know what? I learned something. I learned some more new stuff today. After these wallets, that's why I feel comfortable coming to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been searching on Google. I've been searching on YouTube. I ain't here, man. This is why I come and I listen, bro. This is why I listen. Because you be having the answers. But I appreciate that. I'm about to go.
No problem.
And my next paycheck, I will be getting me some new wallets. Because really,
yeah, bro. I mean, these are all free wallets. So these are all free wallets in the App Store. So like, just hit me up. Yeah, just
All
hit
right, bet,
bro.
bet, bet, bet,
These
bet,
are all
bet.
free. Just whatever that paycheck is, just say that for the crypto.
I ain't say no more. Say no more. I appreciate that.
All right, little bro.
All right, man. Thank you.
You know it. Go ahead, Crawbilly.
Hey, good morning, Vince.
Good morning, sir.
You know, I see your I see our friend there moving around, and when you started talking truth, he started listening, and he got some good information. He also said that he Googled it, so now he's got some scammers going to sell him some stuff. So he's got to be careful there, right? I mean, anytime you're Googling something, you're going to have people pop up.
Yeah.
Some attackers, some haters going to want you to buy their wallet or get their information. So, get back with Vince on that so you can get it in the right place. There's so many. I know this is kind of crazy, but if you go out to the playground, there's a whole bunch of different groups playing in the sandbox or on the swing set or whatever, or just talking by the fence. Everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a different one on. Some people say, get your crypto, put it on a wallet, never touch it again. Some people say touch it every month to update it. Some things you do update, some things you don't update. A lot of information there that people are going to be misled by. I hate to. Some people say leave it on exchange. Some people say don't leave it on exchange. I mean, what do you do? So that correct information is so important. I fear, this next year is going to be tragic for a lot of people, and I think it's be diversified. Be diversified. Put it on exchange. Don't put it on exchange. I mean, some people wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying, don't listen to me. But get some, buy you some earbuds. Take you $100 a day. Buy you some earbuds. Go to work and put something on your phone and listen to what's going on, because there's a lot of time to understand, the things that you just said. Look into Hedera, do the research. I mean, don't just rely on events, rely on yourself. But everybody needs good guidance on the playground. You can't just be. You have to by yourself. You need to find some like-minded people to hang out with. Has good information. Find the good information. So that's it. That's just it for me. I wasn't going to say anything, but when he brought those wallets up, I was like, man, you get locked up on some of that stuff if you're not careful.
Yeah.
You have a good day, man.
Thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate that. And yeah, y'all, I'm about to call on Cynthia, and she'll be the last person. But y'all, like for real, it's not just about getting the wallet. If you don't know how to use the wallet, you don't have time to mess up. You can lose hundreds and thousands of dollars in these wallets. You don't have the luxury to lose. I've lost. You thought you lost $400? I've lost $400 in an IOTech, sending it to my ledger, and it's still not there 2 years later. So you want to know, and I figured out the hard way why that happened, because every wallet some of these wallets are built on bridges, and they're built on other networks that you didn't even know. So that wallet doesn't even match the exchange, because the exchange you might buy, because let's say you bought, I'm just going to use Chainlink. Let's say you bought Chainlink on crypto.com, and that was an ERC20 token, right? But then over here in your trust wallet, it's a Polygon version of it. When you send that ERC20 over to that Polygon version, you're going to lose all of your money. These are things people don't know about. And so, yeah, I ain't cheap. People ask me, they say, you're not the cheapest. I'm not the cheapest, but I'm the best. I'm the best there is. I'm the best out. Like, I've been through all this stuff. I've lost hundreds and thousands of dollars playing around in crypto when I could have just paid somebody to show me. I could have paid the bearable bull to show me, but now I am the bearable bull because I took the time to take the lessons. You know what I mean? So don't play with this stuff, y'all. Go ahead, Cynthia.
So real quick, the thing about wallets, and I suspect you're going to get into this, is this is kind of tied to profit taking. Like, because once you start dealing with the taxable activity, you have to have a way to track your crypto activity. So for the most part, you address this from a point of like, because you haven't sold your crypto, right? So you're not taking profit like that. But right, we have to have that in mind. You were talking exit strategy earlier.
Unrealized, yeah. It's all
Right,
unrealized.
right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then so when right now it's kind of easy because all of your transaction activity across all of these wallets is mostly accumulating. But when you start taking profit, then we have to think about the transactional activity and how we classify those transactions. So that's number one. Number two, I think you need to do a Excel and masterclass, Vince.
All right, I got you. I'll bang it out. I'll go dive in the trenches. Look, if it's requested, I'm doing it. Don't worry. I know because I know about that platform too. So we'll do an Excel and masterclass. I haven't done one, and I actually was thinking on it. I'm like, damn, we definitely be doing. And on that masterclass, I could actually bring in someone that I know is an official expert at the Lobster wallet, and I can bring in some people that I know that are nerds that can really put us on, put the world on. I think that'll be a great collaboration. So we'll get that figured out. I'm gonna get that figured out very soon because we don't have time to waste. But yes, you're right. Just so you brought that up, I actually just spoke to a guy and I just follow him on LinkedIn and I got recommended him by a guy I met at Web3 ATL. That's a big CEO of this crypto company. And he was like, dude, you have a podcast. He was like, you got a lot of people. He was like, you need to have a tax guy come on. So I was like, all right, perfect. So we'll have a tax guy come on at the top of 2024. I'll go ahead and make that happen for y'all. We'll have a tax expert come on and give us all the sauce on what we need to do to protect ourselves. So be ready for that. And I appreciate everybody for taking the time to be on today's call. I do got to get up out of here so I can respect my barber, but y'all have an amazing day and I'll see y'all on Thursday's episode. And if y'all want the HBAR Masterclass, the link is in my bio. So feel free, if you're on all social medias, just click the link in my bio. HBAR Masterclass, guys, it's $100, like literally $100. Go get it. It's $100. I did not increase the price. You can get it $100 today. If you don't want it, cool. Go research whatever you need to research on YouTube. But just know that if you mess up or something like that, it's on you. But it shouldn't be that hard to use. So y'all have an amazing day, and we'll see y'all at the top. Peace.